Hey guys, so I did the video on my goldfish tank here. However, I realized my old iPhone 5S is pretty junko, so I found an SD card and I put it in my old camera. Not an amazing camera, but we'll see how this goes. So next up is my 20-gallon tank. Just keep in mind I'm filming this with the camera with a broken LCD screen, so it's kind of hard to see, but I'll do my best because I have to look through the tiny little viewfinder. This is my 20-gallon Guppy tank. I started with just 3 guppies. First off, I just want to say, this is not algae on the glass. The tank was left with water in it up to this level, and as it evaporated, it left these water stains. I tried scrubbing and scrubbing, couldn't get them off. Turns out some vinegar should do it, but the tank's full and I'm not gonna take this down. So I started off with 3 guppies. This female is one of the originals, along with this blue male up here and this blue female. As you can see, they've been quite busy. Sorry, it's very hard to tell if it's focused. Oh my gosh, that was the wrong female. This female, the bigger one down here. As you can see, the tank is an absolute mess. People will love it, or they will absolutely hate it. I love it because there's so much life in this tank. All these roots coming down are from this houseplant up here. Maybe if I turn the brightness. I took trimmings from it, and they just started growing out of the tank. Like, I just dipped the trimming in and it just grew roots. It's filtered by 2 sponge filters, and that's it. I had a small hang-on back filter for flow. However, it's on my hospital tank right now, and so that's it. It's also got a heater and some driftwood and moss and algae, and it's just great. As you can see, I don't gravel vac. There's lots and lots of fish poop. It's great for raising fry, especially when you can't focus on it. And also, I'm gonna try and grow some root feeding plants and without root tabs. I also put in a small colony of little orange shrimp, and here's one now with some eggs. Some of them came out a little bit clear, some came out brown, so it's not a great line of shrimp. And we lost focus. They're very cheap shrimp, which looks like there's some wild shrimp in with them because of how some came out brown. And if I turn up the brightness a bit. Anyway, you can see the eggs on her. They kind of breed like crazy and hang out on the back of this log. It's too hard to focus in. I guess it's too far back and this glass isn't super clear. Anyway, moving on, we got a moss ball back here, as well as some moss right here, which I found outside. And it's very cool. It actually just grows straight up like that. I thought that was very interesting. These guppies would get out of the way. See how the lines go straight up towards the surface. Although this tank looks like an absolute mess, it's actually like very clean water because of all the algae and on the rocks and the hair algae, which I kind of don't like. I want to get rid of. And there's also duckweed growing in the top. Maybe we'll see some. And I use it to feed my goldfish. However, I kind of have the feeling that something in this tank is eating that duckweed because my numbers just aren't growing up very well. As you can see, the just absolute horde of guppies. I'm not going to take any out. I'm probably just going to let nature decide the numbers on this tank. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this tank. Lots of snails, little pond snails. I started with 1, and now there's 55 million. But they do a great job at cleaning up leftover food. Here, see what I mean here? These brown shrimp came out. And I'm not sure how that bloodline's in there. I guess when you get cheap fish store shrimp, they're not very pure lines. But that's okay. One actually came out super dark. It was really weird. It's like almost black with a yellow stripe. But anyway, that's the Guppy tank. We'll see how this comes out. I'm still kind of learning how to focus it. There's got to be a simpler way. I'll work on that as my videos go on. Or maybe if I get a new phone and it has a good camera, I'll do it. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Yes, there is swordtail fry in here. I put them in here to raise up on all the mulm and algae, and they grow up real quick. A ton of food. There's a bigger one which I do need to get out, and small one just went in between those rocks. There's another small one. But yeah, thanks for watching, and this is my Guppy tank. I'll definitely do a more in-depth video on all my tanks once they're all out, and any changes, I'll be sure to record that too. Thanks for watching.